This generation of young people is totally unprepared for the workforce. That's why I never hire them for entry-level jobs. But how would you know they're unprepared for the workforce if you never hire them for jobs? What? It just seems like it can't be both. If you refuse to hire young people for jobs, you can't also act like they're bad at those jobs, because you wouldn't know if they're bad at those jobs unless you hired them. Hey, maybe I'll hire young people for entry-level jobs when they get some work experience. But how are they supposed to get work experience if nobody will ever hire them for jobs unless they already have work experience? Well, no, I just mean that young people these days don't have the experience necessary for entry-level jobs. Well, nobody is supposed to have experience before getting an entry-level job. The entry-level job is what's supposed to give you experience. Well, no, I'm just saying that young people these days who interview for entry-level jobs don't even have, like, previous employers I can contact for references. But if they had previous employers, then by definition, they wouldn't be entry-level employees. I just mean that this generation of young people is entitled. Like, you give a young person an entry-level job these days, and they'll just complain about how it doesn't pay enough, or how they don't have good benefits. Well, couldn't you just solve that by paying them enough and giving them good benefits? The whole point of a job being entry-level is that it doesn't pay a lot and doesn't have good benefits. Okay, but the flip side of that is that in exchange for not paying them a lot and not giving them good benefits, it's supposed to not demand a lot of experience and, prepare you for the workforce. Why would I hire an inexperienced, entitled young person for an entry-level job when I could hire a super experienced, mature, old person for the exact same entry-level job? But then how could that be considered an entry-level job? Because if the person you're hiring already has a lot of experience in the workplace, then this wouldn't be the level they're entering the workplace on. What's your point? My point is, if for entry-level jobs full of demeaning work with low pay and bad benefits, you're exclusively hiring old people who have already been in the workforce a while, then those jobs no longer qualify as entry-level, they're just shitty.